And good morning, Montrose. I'm Tonya Maddox. I'm the publisher of Montrose Daily Press. Almost said publisher of Montrose Matters. But in the MDP studios, we have a very, very special guest that I have been waiting to introduce you all to for some time now. It is Justin Tubbs, the new managing editor at the Daily Press. So before we jump into Justin and hear all about him and what brought him here to lovely Montrose, I would be absolutely remiss if I did not say thank you to our sponsors and underwriter, Elevate Fiber. Elevate Fiber, thank you so much for allowing us to bring Montrose Matters programming to Montrose. Okay, Justin, welcome to Montrose.
Thank you.
What day is it for you?
Oh, this is day 8.
8? Okay, all right.
Day 8.
So that means days 1 through 7 were so great that you decided to come back for day 8, right?
Absolutely. And I hope to be back for day 9 and 10 too.
Okay. Don't ask me what happens after day 10. But where are you from? Tell us about you.
Yeah, well, my wife and I, we just moved here from Ennis, Texas. I was the general manager and editor of the Ennis Daily News, and then we switched to a twice weekly paper, and we're the Ennis News after that.
Ennis. I just like the way you say Ennis.
Ennis.
Ennis, Texas. Where is Ennis, Texas?
It is about 30 minutes south of Dallas on I-45.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's close to the big city, but it's a little bit rural. Not too dissimilar from Montrose.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so the lovely Mrs. Tubbs, shout out to Amy. Thank you for you all moving here and just letting him do wonderful work for the Daily Press. So what, other than working for the Montrose Daily Press, which in itself is amazing, right?
Right.
Why would you move? Why would you pick up your family?
Well, my wife and I, you mentioned her name is Amy. We just got married in April.
Oh,
and
newlyweds.
so, yes, absolutely. And so we were really excited to kind of, start our life together. And we were so close to family.
Yeah.
And we found that a lot of people were giving us some advice that sometimes it's good if
because that never happens, right?
Right. They were saying sometimes it's good if you can get away from family for your first few years of marriage, at least, and grow together. And that's kind of what we wanted to do. And moving to Montrose, we're also outdoorsy people, so we love camping and hiking.
Oh, there's none of that close to here. Sorry to be the one to break that news to
Right.
you. Just kidding.
So yeah, all that kind of stuff fit our lifestyle, and Montrose was not too big of a change from Ennis, and so we felt like we would really fit in here in the community, and we're excited to do that.
That's great. We're going to take a quick break, but when I come back, I am going to make this man blush. He's going to turn so many shades of red when I tell him all the different things we did in search of the perfect managing editor when we get back.
Here in the heart of beautiful western Colorado, known for its unrivaled outdoor recreation, bountiful harvests, and unparalleled quality of life, changes are being made. Elevate Fiber is transforming the way we work, live, and play by creating exciting new opportunities for local families and businesses. Are you ready?
Okay, welcome back to Montrose Matters. I promised you I was going to just get this man to blush, to turn 3 shades of red. So, Justin, I have to tell you something. We did a nationwide search for the perfect managing editor for Montrose. And anyone who knows me that although I'm a year and a half into my new home, I'm very protective of Montrose. I'm extremely protective of the Daily Press. And that is only, multiplied by how protective I am of journalism and community journalism as a whole. So, no pressure here. How does that make you feel to know that after a nationwide search, and we had lots of candidates, they were extremely talented, but they weren't right for us and weren't right for Montrose. But you came out of nowhere, you know. You went to my rival school, the only other private school in Texas, too.
Right.
So I won't hold that against you, Purple Man. But how does that, when you walk into a new, opportunity and position, and you've picked up your life, and it's a season change, you've gotten married, is there undue pressure on you? Is there?
Well, I think yes, there's some pressure on you anytime you go anywhere and start a new job, and you don't necessarily know the people or know the culture, I guess.
Right.
And so there is some pressure there, but at the same time, when you take pride in what you do, then you're always going to strive to be better and to do a good job. And as long as you're doing that, and as long as you can go home and you can sleep well knowing that you did the best that you could that day, then it takes some of that pressure off of you, because at the end of the day, if you can't do any more, then, that's kind of where you are. Yeah.
Exactly. One of the things that when I sent an email out to all the staff and letting them know that you were the one and
Sure.
you were coming on board, I said that, really what it came down to was all of the candidates, they were good at their job. They were talented editors. But really what drew me to you was your love for community journalism. And I know that, we talked about Ennis and I made a joke about it and so forth, but you get it. You are from small town rural, but you have the big city right around you, and you were able to protect local community journalism. Sure. And enhance that and show that we can play with the big boys. We don't have to have a large metro, but we can have the same talent and skill set. So that was one. The other is your love for your understanding of transitioning journalism and embracing all of the new media that goes with
Sure.
that. So just tell me about your philosophy on community journalism as a whole.
Well, community journalism is kind of different from some of the mainstream, I guess, journalism that you'll see, in that at the end of the day, we're still part of the community, and we still go out and we still interact with the people in our towns. And, Joe Schmo from New York Times, he doesn't deal with that, you know what I mean? He doesn't go back and have to deal with the people and live with them. And so there's kind of a balance. You're kind of the gatekeeper for the community, and you kind of want to keep people accountable in your community, but at the same time, you want to be a part of the community, and you want to invest and be really involved in your community. And so that's how community journalism is different in my mind. And and I really love that aspect of it.
Great. Now, tell me about how you've seen journalism transition and print journalism per se over last 4 or 5 years or so. Mm-hmm. We have scenarios where our sister publication, just 60 miles away, has stopped printing 2 days, and they've gone to a digital-only format. Do you have any concerns there? Do you believe that's where we're all moving to? What's your thought?
Sure. Well, I do think there's certainly a place for, digital media in our world today, and it's definitely evolving to the point where more and more people are accessing their news that way. Mm-hmm. And so, we do kind of have to get in front of that, and we have to kind of be the game changers in that fact that, we are changing from newspapers, which are in your hands, but at the same time, there's still a big place for newspapers in our communities. There are still tons of people who would not have access to the news if not for that newspaper that was delivered to their doorstep every day.
Right. And there's, I'm still in awe that in 2018, there are people who wake up in the middle of the night. They get 5, 6, 700, even 1,000 newspapers at one time.
Right.
And from 2 o'clock in the morning until 5 a.m., they're out delivering that on people's doorsteps.
Right.
Most newspapers have gone away from that.
Right.
They're mailing them. That they're making sure you get them in other ways. They're not doing home delivery at all. I'm still in awe of that, and I know they're not little boys on bicycles anymore. But
Right.
I wake up in the morning, I race down the stairs faster than my husband, and he's quick, to get the newspaper that I work on all day long anyway.
Sure.
And no, but until I get it in my hand and feel it, and I'm a all access subscriber, so I have the e-edition as well, and when I'm traveling and so forth, I look at that. But this printed product, it's not going anywhere.
No, I don't think so. Not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Not, not while people like you and me are in the industry, I think. So.
Oh, well, there you go. I like them. Oh my! All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, I've got the ultimate question about Montrose for Justin. And welcome back to Montrose Matters. We're having fun in the MDP studios, breaking in our new managing editor, Justin Tubbs. So, Justin, I was reading in the Daily Press, this printed product that we have here, all about you. So I feel like I know lots and lots and lots about you. But one of the things that I did learn is you like to make your own beer.
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah, it's it was something that some of my friends got really into, and had no idea what they were doing when I first saw it. But I kind of dove right in, and you start learning about all the different ingredients and the different kinds of things you can do when you're brewing your own beer, and it's a lot better when you can kind of make the beer taste how you want it to taste versus just going on the shelf and picking out
Right.
one from there.
So we have a little brewery here too. Okay, we have several, but I have found out that one of your favorite places in Montrose, and like day 8 that you've been here,
Sure.
is what?
It's Horsefly Brewing. Yeah.
Is it because of the food or because of the beer?
It's both. It's more the atmosphere.
Okay.
The beer is really good. That was one of the big draws to this town, was the fact that there are so many microbreweries close to us. And
I think that you might have a few microbreweries who are going to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, come visit us."
right. Absolutely. But no, it's just every time we go there, we've been there 3 times already, and every
You've
time
lived here 8 days and you've been there 3 times. Okay.
yeah, but every time we go there, everybody's just really kind there, and you can. You feel like my wife Amy, she doesn't know as much about beer. She feels like she can ask them questions and not feel like she's being, talked down to by the beer snobs, and so
Exactly.
I think I probably do that to her sometimes, and so.
Well, tell us, just give us a sneak peek into what you envision for the Daily Press. What is it that we can look forward to seeing or not seeing or hearing about?
Sure. Well, I think in general, we want to do more in-depth journalism. We want to not just cover the day-to-day, because that isn't really important to cover the day-to-day, but we want to dive in and we want to do multiple source stories and really get to the center of the stories that are happening in our town. Whereas sometimes a lot of newsrooms across the country, they're barely just scraping the surface of stories because of, whatever reasons, cut down newsrooms, et cetera. But here we have a strong staff, and I really do think we have the pieces to do that in-depth journalism that not only wins you awards, but, gains some credit with your readers.
Exactly. Good. Well, I know personally I'm glad to hear that. Now, where are you hoping to go or get out and see over the next, few weeks and months?
Sure. Well, we are hoping to hit some of these trails around here.
Great.
I heard Grand Mesa was a pretty cool place to hike. So we're hoping to maybe do that this weekend. and my wife just started at Coffee Trader, and if she can get off work for a couple days this weekend, maybe we'll go camping.
All right, listen to that,
do some
Dee and Fong. We need Amy to have a day off.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, we're just really excited to see the trails around here. We hear they're all so beautiful, and yeah.
Well, we are definitely lucky to have you in Montrose. I look forward to seeing all the great things that is going to happen with this paper under your leadership. And so I'm going to ask you one last question. Sydney, we got to make sure, we might even have to do a close-up on this. When you first started, you walked in day one, and we gave you the passwords to your computers and such. What was the first thought that entered your head?
Oh man, there's some big expectations because, well, Tonya, you made the password Pulitzer one, and so I gave out the password, but
you did. Well, okay.
It's fine.
It's the first one.
Yeah, that's just the first password, but no, that's some big expectations, and so no, it was a lot, but it was funny. I liked that.
Well, Montrose, here you have it. Justin Tubbs, our new managing editor. Say hi to him when you see him out in around town, and his lovely wife, Amy, and let him know what your favorite breweries are in Montrose. Have a great day, everybody.